Welcome to Marshal Matters, your podcast for all things motorsports from the trackside. With Sean and Taylor, your friendly local marshals. So did you go to the track this weekend that just happened? The Father's Day weekend?
No.
No? Okay, neither did I.
No, I did hear that there was like absolute carnage.
For what,
2 pickups per session.
For what, the vintage cars?
Yes. The entire weekend. At least 2 pickups per session.
Was that
they
because
were an
they
hour
wrecked?
over.
Was that because they wrecked? Or because they kept breaking down?
They kept breaking down, leaked oil, like, you name it. Everything.
Okay.
Oh, and 5C lost a car.
How do you lose a car?
You don't. She apparently didn't see it.
What do you mean?
The control could.
What do you mean?
It was stopped on track. And apparently she couldn't see it. Which isn't possible.
Who was it? Can we name names? Should we name names? Maybe don't name names. Text me
Why
who
don't
it
you
was.
guess?
I
Why
think
don't you guess?
I think I can guess who it is, possibly.
Let me just say,
just
you
text-
worked
listen,
with this individual
Just text
the last
it to
time
me.
you were there
That's what I was afraid of.
on Saturday.
Okay, yep. Let's get more specifics. Okay, so how do you lose a car in a straight when you can just... Were they on their own in the turn?
No.
2 people lost the car.
She was on the comms and never said anything.
That there was a car just pulled off?
And then apparently didn't see it. I don't know, maybe she was alone. But all I know is that she didn't see it. She was on the comms. And I'm very confused how she didn't see it at 5C. And then Control had to go back and say, hey, 5C, do you have a car? And they say, oh, yeah, we do. I didn't see it, though. I don't know how that happens.
And for that person who also likes to call in everything, that's very shocking. These are the fun things of marshalling. It's not the being by the track. It's not the free entry into all these events. It's not seeing world-class racing as close as you can. It's shit-talking your fellow marshals.
It's judging?
No, it's 2 things. On the negative, it's shit-talking and judging other marshals and complaining, wow, they did something absolutely stupid. How are you even remembering to breathe? You know, stuff like that, where they do the dumbest stuff. But on the other hand, the other spectrum, you can, the next day, high five that same person who was so dumb the day before for doing some unreal, heroic bullshit or something else. Like, I don't know, or diving away when a car is about to hit them or something, or them being like an inch from a fucking car going through a barrier. And you're high-fiving the next day for, wow, that was crazy. How are you guys doing? It is the hilarious thing with marshalling.
Yep.
True?
Yep. I mean, everybody has good weekends and bad weekends, it seems, but, like, this was a particularly oof moment.
That's fair.
When I got the down low of what happened over the weekend from Peter, he was like, yeah, so this happened. And I was like, I see. Meanwhile, I already knew about it because, like, naturally the Marshall group chat blew up and was like, how does this happen?
How do you lose a car?
How do you lose a car in 5C?
You forget to cherish them.
Oh, Sean. No.
Yes. Yes, worth it.
Okay. I mean, good reference. Love the reference.
Thank you. You know, I have those every now and then. But yeah, that's unfortunate. Anyway, welcome to Marshal Matters, where we talk all things motorsports, specifically from our position of usually being trackside. We have a lot to talk about this week, besides our fellow idiots at our home track at CTMP.
Yes, it's been a little bit. We have a bit to talk about.
Yes.
That is my fault. Sorry.
You had a emergency room visit last week. Not your fault, technically.
Okay, well, if somebody didn't code, even though he didn't code, wouldn't have been an issue.
Exactly. So anyway,
somebody didn't pass out.
If someone
wouldn't have been a problem.
If someone didn't faint at the sight of their own blood or something. So we have quite a bit to talk about. We have IndyCar. We have technically 2 races to go over for IndyCar, right? We have F1 in Barcelona. NASCAR, we can talk Pocono, and the San Diego race that just happened.
Is that what the naval base race is? It just said naval base. And I'm like, where is the naval base, though?
What is it? It is the...
like Coronado?
Yeah, Coronado. I can't remember what iRacing called it. They actually named it like Coronado something in iRacing. That was what the track name is. So, Qualcomm Circuit at Naval Base Coronado, I think is the official name for it.
Qualcomm.
Anyway, so we have a lot to talk about.
We do. Where would you like to start?
I was going to ask you that because...
Oh, well, I asked you first, so I guess you have to make the decision.
Let's get the fun stuff. Let's talk F1. You know, Lewis Hamilton finally breaks the Mercedes dominance in the season.
Yes, and this is my green flag of the week. Lewis, I'm so happy for him. Actually, it was really funny because after that race, or it was before that race. It was the day before the race, and I was at a family gathering on Peter's side of the family, and his mom was like, "Don't you hate Lewis?" And I'm like, "Okay, but he drives for Ferrari now. I love Lewis." So anyway, so happy for him. And we actually were able to celebrate his win together.
Oh yeah,
person.
Right. You came over because you were on the way out. That's hilarious.
Yes.
I forgot about that. It felt like it's so long ago.
I know. It's been 2 weeks. I guess a little bit over 2 weeks now.
So what I'm understanding is we have to watch a race together for Ferrari to win.
Correct. If we watch races together, then Ferrari succeeds.
When Ferrari doesn't win this weekend, because we're not going to watch together, it's on you.
Correct. Yes. Where are they this weekend?
Austria.
And then Silverstone. Right. Mm-hmm.
When's Silverstone? Is that IMSA weekend too?
No, the first weekend of July. The weekend before.
Nice.
Yes, because Lando Norris is going to be at the Goodwood Festival of Speed this year. Ooh.
Do we have to put like a safety like APB out for you to be like, you cannot be within 100 yards of Lando because you're potentially going to cause harm to him?
Okay, neither of us are Lando Norris fans, so we are not going to make the trek to go and see him, most likely. I will be going to see Lightning McQueen. Because Lightning McQueen's going to be there.
That was.
And I'm very excited.
That's probably the most pathetic thing you could have said.
What?
Nothing. It's fine. Anyway, let's go back to Spain.
Yes. Spawn.
So, yes, Ferrari finally beat the Mercedes. And also, we might have a championship on our hands.
We might. We might have a Lewis fighting for a championship on our hands, which is very interesting. And I don't think anybody had on their bingo cards this year.
Yeah, let's not get too carried away of that. But what made this race interesting was because you had Ferrari go off strategy. Mm-hmm. They were bold in their strategy calls. They made the right calls. They did the complete opposite of a Ferrari thing.
I know, which is shocking. And Ferrari thought it was shocking too, which was probably the most hilarious part. That they pulled it off and they were shocked that they actually did.
I guarantee before the race in the pre-race like briefing, this was a Lewis Hamilton idea. And that's why they're like, okay, let's go with it. And it worked. They're like, holy fuck. Maybe we should listen more.
Yes. There has been a lot of talk about Lewis's position at Ferrari. And I know that Jacques Villeneuve, our favorite, I say that with sarcasm, but...
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if he's our favorite.
No, I say that with tons of sarcasm, but he was, I guess he did like some sort of like column, basically saying that Ferrari should prioritize him over Charles Leclerc. And honestly, I kind of agree with him. You absolutely should. Lewis has the talent, he has the experience, he knows what he's doing, he can build a car, he knows like strategy call, and I think like Lewis is bolder, Leclerc is not. And we know this because time and time again, he has shown that he's not aggressive enough.
Do you know who also I think would agree with you?
Who?
That Lewis needs to be the one in charge at Ferrari? Charles Leclerc, because he is not
Probably.
fucking doing anything.
No.
He signed his contract and hasn't finished a competitive session.
No, he hasn't. And he's had like what, a couple now, like a couple bad races.
So
after
he
signing
signed.
that?
He signed right before Monaco. He wrecked out in Monaco in practice, or not practice, in qualifying. He crashed. Then he crashed in the race. Then we go to Spain. He crashed in qualifying and had some kind of failure, I guess, right at the end of the race and retired from the race. He hasn't finished a competitive session.
Ay.
So, yeah, Lewis Hamilton definitely is taking over Ferrari. He has got them their win. He's second in the points. He's the only guy, besides, I think it's him and Gasly, that have finished in the points every single race this season. So, do we have a championship fight in our hand? Maybe. The thing that would allow that question was the fact that Kimi Antonelli DNF'd this race.
Did he DNF the race though? Well, I mean, he DNF'd, but questionable. And this is my yellow flag for the week, because Mercedes, what are you doing? He was having a great race. He was he had way more pace than George did. Sus.
Listen, I can agree with the yellow flag going to Mercedes, but not because they intentionally shut off Kimi's engine, but because they are right now. I mean, who's saying that? I guess, just you.
Excuse me. No, don't even put this only on me. I know that you and Peter were joking about it.
Yeah, joking about it. We're not seriously considering it. But
I'm seriously considering it.
Because you're the Ferrari conspiracy theorist. It's fine. We get it. It's cool. But anyway, this race was hilarious because you had the Mercedes battle. It looks like from the whole weekend, it is George Russell's weekend to get back at Kimi Antonelli. Mm-hmm. Gets pole, is leading in the race mostly. Then Kimi finally catches him. Mm-hmm. And what happens, I think, is hilarious because Kimi finally passes George only for his engine to expire right after.
I know. And see, this is what gives credence to the conspiracy.
No, it's even better that it's not a conspiracy, because as much as George Russell gets a nice P2 out of this, yeah, but you were beat, and you know that you were beat. He was going to beat you.
True. If his engine didn't explode, he would have been P2.
And that gap to George would have got wider and wider. So, the fact that Kimi's engine blew is actually, I think, a bigger slap in the face to George.
Interesting.
But also, back to your yellow flag of the week. Or maybe we can go, World Cup and say yellow card of the week. But the yellow of the week going to Mercedes, I think, for their reliability is very...
Yeah. Because, this is the second time in the last month of racing that they've had an engine just completely go kaputskis, right?
Yeah.
And for their engine to be rated in that thing, or the duo, as the second best overall, it's interesting how they're having these types of failures. So
yeah, and they're not the only, I guess, their customer teams have also had issues. Let's not forget, at the beginning of the season, McLaren had issues, didn't they? And they didn't run. Was that a power unit issue?
McLaren had issues. It was a power unit issue, and Zach Brown even went like as far to basically say they want to leave Mercedes and they would like do their own.
Well, Norris did DNF out of Monaco with the parachute issue. What was it? Russell, I guess, failed, broke down in Canada.
Yep.
So yeah, like there is definitely issues regarding this. I would say Mercedes power unit, and if the Ferraris can bring an upgrade, which it's rumored that they are, we could be looking at some a spicy maybe fight for the rest of the season. Now, Lewis does have to make up a 41 point gap.
Okay, but 41 points in the amount of races that we have left on the schedule.
True.
That's not bad.
It's not.
That is actually, it's doable.
Meanwhile, George is down 50.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it brings me so much joy. Truly. Truly.
I actually do love that. Like, so the podium also, don't forget, was an all British podium.
Right. Yes.
For Spain.
It was.
And I also felt like no one really cared that it was all British. Like, no one, like, not many people. I think when it comes to the British drivers in the F1 fan base, you really either love them or hate them. And I think for a lot of people seeing Hamilton, Russell, Norris, a lot of people just roll their eyes at these guys.
Yeah, I think so. And, like, I think Lewis is probably the most beloved of the three. Because I think a lot of people, even, like, British fans, are tired of Russell and Lando at this point.
I think Lewis doesn't run his mouth anymore.
No, he doesn't. And, like, he was unlikable for a really long time. Yeah, I mean, like, and I think part of, though, the, like, unlikability is that there were a lot of people who were fans of other teams and, like, saw him and Mercedes, like, so dominant.
Always winning? Yeah.
Always, it's the same thing with Max, right? A lot of people hated Max and Red Bull because they were dominant and winning, right? And I think that's just natural. Thank you. So
yeah,
anyway,
it is what it is.
It is what it is. I think, I don't know. Part of it though is that like Lando's ego is so massive, and like I get that he's world champion, but I think with the
they finally have to start mentioning he's world champion because everyone forgets he's world champion.
I know, but part of like I think it there's such a struggle with that because like the shenanigans that McLaren did last season, it makes you like it's such a bad taste, you know?
Yeah.
And with George, his ego is so big for not ever having won a championship, or really only like what he has 3 races overall to show for it.
It's that line that's the if I was there 2 years earlier I would have had 2 like it's that line I think rubs everyone wrong with Russell. And he's not going to get a championship. Exactly. He isn't. Like
No, he won't.
This is a fight between Kimi and Lewis at this point.
Yes, and it's so exciting. I love it. I really do. And I do think that like Will Buxton kind of said it best. Like when he heard that and he basically went off, I think that to me kind of sums up what's wrong with George Russell.
That's fair.
He thinks too highly of himself. And I don't know. I mean, like the whole Montreal thing, right? Max is borderline aggressive and then goes and like has a pity party aggressive reaction to not finishing the race, but whatever. Anyway.
Yeah. So it is what it is. I guess changing series a bit to talk about. I think talking about some NASCAR would be a good place to go next.
Yeah.
Just to kind of quickly mention, so one, I think this is pretty much the year of Denny Hamlin.
Yeah. I think Denny Hamlin is just having a great year, and I love it for him.
But the reason I say it's the year of Denny Hamlin is not just the wins, because, again, he won at Pocono, but his team also. 2311 is dominating.
Yes.
Like, if it's not him winning, it's Reddick. And now this weekend you had who was it? Corey Heim win as like a part-time for 2311. So that is 10 wins on the year for either Hamlin or cars he owns.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty good year.
That's a very good year.
Yeah.
And he deserves it. Like, the guy's been through a lot.
Oh, last offseason was the fucking worst. I mean,
The
let's be honest.
offseason, I mean, the ending of the season was terrible. But
yeah, and like, let's be honest, even this season still with losing his former teammate.
yeah.
Which still feels weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think every race is going to feel weird
Oh, definitely.
for the rest of the season. And I think I think part of it is that, like, they're honoring him in every race, which I think is great and fantastic because he was such a big part of the sport.
But that's for the fans. That's for all the fans
Yeah.
there. And you know what? If that helps fans grieve
I think
and cope,
Yeah.
that's
But I
perfectly
think
fine.
also part of it, I think, is the drivers too. Like, I get that, like, NASCAR's elbows out, but, like, at the end of the day, these guys still know each other, and, some of them are friends. And I think, like, it is a huge loss, regardless of, like, if you, personally knew him or not as a driver. So it's a shock to everybody. So.
Yeah, true. Very much so. Again, we're still talking about it like almost a month later. So
yeah, I mean, it was crazy.
yeah. But yeah, so to quickly go back for Pocono, Hamlin won Pocono. You had Reddick second. Again, those two really are fighting for the championship. It's hilarious. Their points compared to everyone else. And Pocono was a fine race. I thought it was, entertaining enough. I loved seeing the debates online about Pocono, and I'm upset we didn't get to have them last week. But that'll come a different time. The whole debate of, is it technically a triangle or is it 5 corners?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Because the way NASCAR counts corners and ovals, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then technically you would count 1 as 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4, 5. But if we're counting that, my argument is every single oval is a tri-oval. So every time you go to the tri-oval, will that not count as 2 extra turns? So these are actual... What's it?
These are arguments to be had.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying, NASCAR races on hexagons, not on ovals. So if you want to get technical and not call Pocono a triangle, anyway, is what it is. And then you had the race this weekend at Coronado for the Air Base race. Okay. People liked this race.
Okay.
I did not.
Okay. Why?
I didn't think this race had any flow to it.
Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
Can you like unpack that?
Okay. So, how many laps was this race total? Do you know?
I do not. No.
It was 75.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yep, 75 lap race. It's a pretty big race.
That's a big race?
It's a road course, right?
Oh, okay, right. It's a road course. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that's making sense.
Yeah,
okay, so 75 laps.
Yeah, because this is a big road course out there. I don't know the actual how many miles or kilometers it is. But anyway, the race took 3.5 hours to run. There was a total of 7 cautions in this race for 11 laps total. That doesn't sound like a lot now, does it? 7 cautions for 11 laps doesn't sound that bad. in a 75 lap race, but the way it seemed, cautions had to fall. Do you know what the average green flag run for this race was?
What?
8 laps.
Oh no.
I don't find that entertaining.
No, it wouldn't be. You would basically just go green and then you're going yellow again.
Yeah, the second you kind of get into a groove, it's okay, we're going back yellow. And yeah, I did not really find this race that entertaining. I didn't like the track personally. I thought, yeah, it's kind of weird and wild, but I know I'm in the minority. I saw a lot of people online love this race. They thought it was action-packed. They thought it was so cool to be racing on Air Base. I'll be honest, this race was not for me.
That's fair. I mean, like, honestly, though, that's fair.
Yeah. I did not enjoy it. And you know who else didn't enjoy it, I think?
Kevin Magnussen?
Kevin Magnussen! Thank you for... You knew exactly where I was going.
I knew where you were going. Yes, no, he did not.
No.
So, and I just saw, like, random clips of him and Gregson getting into it. So I'm assuming you have a little bit more context to what happened. I know that the two of them wrecked.
Well, so I don't know if it's really wrecked, but they were kind of door banging and, like, hitting each other and punting guys, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah. It was honestly a bit hectic, I would say. I think Noah Gragson to go after Mr. Suck My Balls himself and expect anything for him punting you in the butt, despite you blocking him. You literally were running him like off the, like into the wall at one point because he was getting by you. So you fucking hip checked him. Like Noah Gragson, fuck off. Honestly.
Yeah. Also, this is NASCAR. Like, you're getting mad about it being NASCAR. Like, that's exactly what y'all do all the time.
I have a thing to say on that, actually. But for the whole thing is like Noah Gragson, I think, was driving like a dick. Mm-hmm. Magnussen was tired of it, so he punted him.
Okay.
And
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. And we've seen this, I think, for a lot of times with other people coming over into NASCAR. Like, you've had Kobayashi, you've had Magnussen now. Who else recently came over that was like a sports car F1 guy into NASCAR? I can't remember the other one. But we've seen these things where these drivers come into NASCAR, and quite frankly, NASCAR drivers bully them. They give them no respect. They hit them. They bump them. All this shit. And clearly, Kevin Magnussen got that warning going in, and he went, no, fuck you. I'm going to stand my ground. I'm going to hit you if you piss me off. You can't bully me out of the way. You can't push me. So, yeah, this is how I'm going to race. I'm going to race you hard because you're racing me hard. Mm-hmm. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so.
And for Noah
I think
Gragson,
if that's the way you want to play,
yeah,
then you better, like, accept the fact that that's how they're going to play, too. I think you make a really good point, and they probably think that they can walk all over drivers who come in and, like, do, like, races here and there. But you know what? Like, K-Megs is not that guy. Like, he will respond. You can't just walk all over him.
Exactly. And, like,
he's never been that way.
I'm sorry, Noah, that your average starting position and finishing position is like the mid-20s. Oh my gosh, You're fighting a guy who has had 4 times the career you've had and is like just a bit older than you.
He's been in F1. Like, he was an F1 driver.
So.
Yeah.
There's like a 6-year age difference between the two of them. It's not even that big. It's not like Noah Gragson's this young guy getting bullied. It's like you've both raced for long enough. You know how this works.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have the conversation and talk about NASCAR because is there a greater conversation to have here that NASCAR is too aggressive? And I think a big thing also was from Jimmy Johnson, where he said when he went out in the, I think it was the Truck Series race, and he said, yeah, like the NASCAR guys gave like no respect. Like they hit guys, they are beating and banging all over the track, and again, there's no respect out there. Guys just race like dicks, and we see it also in like NASCAR Canada this year, where they come to like CTMP and stuff like that. Like,
oh my goodness, yeah.
NASCAR is now like a caricature of itself, where it's basically wreck or be wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah. And I see your question mark is like, I feel like you're probably on the side of it is too aggressive. And I think I would like agree with you. Like, I think that they have cultivated a culture of I don't care. And if you're in my way, I will move you.
I think it's too aggressive, but not in the sense that it was never like this. The reason it's too aggressive now, and I think NASCAR has crossed a line, is the cars are way too fucking durable. Like,
that's fair.
These things are tanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you saw the one crash in this race that like took out. It looked like it was like 8 or 9 guys involved. Only 3 guys ended up retiring from the crash.
Yeah, I mean, they're built to be durable. Like, they're built to withstand this kind of
But this is the thing. NASCARs are not actually durable. Like, historically, NASCARs from, like, if you look at, like, the 90s to early 2000s to kind of, like, mid-2010s, NASCARs actually were incredibly fragile. So, like, yes, you could hit a guy's bumper and stuff, but back in the day, it used to be you only got so many hits the guy's bumper, then the bumper's gone. But also, when you would hit other guys, you also made it... you put a risk out that you damage your own car. You would, puncture a radiator or break something in the suspension or have your own aerodynamic damage that screws you over. So there was some, like, give and take. But now these cars are just so tanky... You can just beat the shit out of them and nothing happens. Like, let's look at CTMP with NASCAR Canada Series. They drive like idiots, but also...
Yes, they do.
Are the cars durable?
No.
I mean, they're flimsy as hell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, every time that they come... There's at least one car whose like bumper is half off, and we're always reporting like, "Hey, the bumper's gonna fall off somewhere." Sometimes it does. Sometimes it hangs on.
Like,
and they tape it back with duct tape.
They either tape it back, or there's a car missing its hood because its hood broke going underneath someone's bumper. So NASCARs used to be fragile.
Mm-hmm.
They are not now, and I think because they are not. Because we've created these indestructible vehicles, basically, in the name of safety, but we've also created cars that don't create any, I guess, negative effects for being aggressive and hitting other cars. Like, there used to be some give and take to it, and there's not anymore. And I think NASCAR is worse off for it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd like to see, basically, some cars... maybe fall apart a little more. But yeah, it is what it is. Unfortunately.
I don't know. I think just NASCAR is the way it is at this point, right? Like, it's
yeah.
They all drive like that. They're all a little bit like on the aggressive side. But I don't know. It's kind of NASCAR's brand.
They've definitely made it their brand for sure. Finishing off, talking some IndyCar. God, I don't even want to talk IndyCar. I'm so pissed off.
Oh boy.
Did you see what happened this race?
No, other than Palou qualifying on pole and then Lundgaard winning. I didn't really see much else that happened.
Palou qualified on pole. He actually got a speeding penalty at some point during one of his pit stops. had to make a drive-through penalty. In theory, it should ruin his race. He still isn't good enough to recover to like a top 10 finish because,
Unreal.
of course, he can.
Of course.
But what you had was the two cars that qualified behind him was both Meyer-Shank cars, Armstrong and Rosenquist.
Okay.
Armstrong had like a 6-second lead, clear in front. Can you guess who put money on Armstrong, you think, before like this weekend and was looking at a very nice payoff with like 6 laps to go?
Mm-hmm.
Only for his
Sean.
fucking engine to blow?
I see. So this is why you're upset.
I was so mad. It broke me. But
that's very unfortunate.
Lundgaard ended up late restart, 1 lap shootout. Lundgaard inherits the lead from Armstrong, and Lundgaard goes on to win. Honestly, great for Lundgaard, really. Wasn't Pillow that won. I think Lundgaard is also making a name for himself as possibly the number 1 at Aero McLaren now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's been having a great season.
Yeah. So, it's... Yeah. And then at the end, you had... this is where a bullshit thing was, I thought. Fighting for third place was Rahal and Will Power. Right? Going into Canada corner at Road America, Rahal kind of threw a block on Power. Power punted him. Rahal wrecks out. When Power did that, he also went wide and screwed his corner up, to where Kiffin Simpson and Alex Palou passed him. So, like, Power was down in 5th. Because of IndyCar's new bullshit fucking instant yellow flag fucking rules, Power gets his podium back. Because he was still in 3rd by the time the yellow came out. Quite frankly, I think that's bullshit. So.
Interesting.
I'll be honest, this race I was not happy with.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair.
Yeah, IndyCar is kind of on my shit list right now because I'm really hating these yellow flag rules they're doing.
Yeah, I don't really know what's going on. They need to fix it before they come to Markham.
I really hope so. So, if they don't, that'd be a problem.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah. I see you have Let's Talk Silly Season in the notes.
Yeah, because I saw, like, when I was kind of, like, searching for, like, news things and, like, maybe what we've missed in the past couple of weeks, I came across one that said that this silly season might end up being very dramatic. And I'm like, okay, interesting. Let's talk about that, because
Which silly season
what
are you talking about, though?
F1.
Okay.
F1 silly season.
Because I feel the
So,
same about
what
IndyCar silly season.
Interesting. So we might have some dramatic silly seasons for both F1 and IndyCar this year. But why do you
Yes.
feel that way with IndyCar?
Mostly because Scott Dixon might be out at Ganassi.
What do you mean?
There are rumors going around that Scott Dixon may either retire or be done at the end of the year. Or like move on from Ganassi. Because he's not the number 1 guy there. You know, I think he might retire.
Oh, that would be sad because I love Scott Dixon. But okay, that would make it interesting. That would be interesting.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff up in the
see-
air, like for IndyCar. There's that. There's also like, I would say, the McLaren debate, because I don't think Nolan Siegel's coming back. I think if then there's an open spot at Ganassi, that's a interesting spot to be filled with. Andretti, who knows what's happening there? Does Colton Herta get his F1 seat? Does he have to come back to IndyCar? there's so much going on in IndyCar, I think, potentially.
True. Yeah. And like that, I think, like, so let's Herta, right? Great connection to F1. Because we know that, did Sergio? Yeah. So, well, they both signed multi-year deals. But we all know that multi-year deals don't really matter in the world of F1. You can be moved on from at any point in time.
Exactly.
So, I mean, is it going to be... I mean, Bottas's deal is up at the end of 2027. So that is like, if the contracts stick, that is the soonest a seat will be made available to Herta without it being like, you know, you're being dropped.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting situation to be like aware of. Like, depending on how Herta's F2 season goes, it hasn't necessarily been going like the greatest. So
it's been, I think, pretty miserable. I think people...
It has.
I think he's shocked at the level of competition in F2.
Which I think is hilarious because I saw this from a mile away. I figured that he was going to struggle. I mean, it's also his first year in a totally different car. I think every driver struggles the first year in a different car, whether it's in the same series or not. So there's a huge learning curve.
He is currently 13th in points.
I mean, not terrible, but could be worse. Could be a lot better.
Yeah.
But anyway, so in terms of silly season for F1, McLaren pretty much locked up. I mean, there are clauses on probably Piastri's deal. If there was going to be movement, I would think Piastri would move, but I doubt it. Mercedes, Russell's contract is up in 2026.
Okay.
So
I could see Russell leaving. I could see Russell leaving being a sore loser. If Kimi beats him, wins his championship, Russell's out.
Yeah, because I think Kimi is 100% returning to Mercedes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it could very well be like Kimi will be like a Lewis Hamilton and stay there for the bulk, of his career.
Yep.
Russell, you know what? And somebody said this to me, and I think it may have been Peter, but he said, I think he's going to take the Ricciardo route. Where somebody who is younger than him, 100% better than him, is now beating him.
Listen, I don't know.
He doesn't like it.
I don't know if Peter said that or I said that. We had this conversation when we were here. That Russell will pull...
Oh, did you?
We had this conversation because we said Russell will pull Ricciardo.
Yeah, and he will end up going to a team and that's it.
He thinks he can drag a team to the front and he's not going to be able to. He'll come crawling back, still get beat, and then leave.
So maybe it was you or him or someone in the car. I don't know.
I know we were having this conversation, like, the four of us.
So I would agree with that. Like, I think he will do that because I think he also thinks too highly of himself, right?
Yeah.
This is his biggest problem. Now, Red Bull, Max Verstappen's contracted till 2028. There are performance-based get-out clauses. We know this. His engineer is leaving at the end of 2027. Now, I don't think that Red Bull is going... Like, I don't think there's going to be much movement. I think Hadjar has been holding his own. I kind of expect him to get an extension on his contract and sign a multi-year deal with Red Bull and kind of, like, end up being... Like, I think he'll end up taking over for Verstappen when Verstappen eventually leaves. I don't think that's going to be 2026. I could see it maybe at the end of his contract. But I think there will be a time where, like, if the F1 regulations, like, the changes that happen to the engine don't pan out and don't make it better and, like, fun for Verstappen to be there, I do see him wanting out.
No, I can agree. Yeah. I can see him definitely bailing and going sports car route. He's especially for, like, if he's unhappy, he doesn't like it.
Yeah. Ferrari, no changes.
No, Ferrari's happy.
No changes. We know this.
Yeah.
I think Williams is also happy. I think Williams will stay the same.
I think Williams, the team, is happy. I don't know if Williams drivers are happy.
Maybe
I'd be
not,
curious if they
but
want to move on.
Oh, you think even Albon?
Maybe again, but like this whole thing is like, if you're in the midfield, where do you want to go to?
Well, apparently both of their contracts so Albon's might be up at the end of 2026 or 2027, depending on performance.
Yep.
And Carlos is tied to Williams until the end of this year.
Yeah.
So maybe there will be movement at Williams.
I think, like,
but I still think that Williams is like getting better.
It's the midfield teams I would be interested to see where people move. Like, Gasly's doing very well at Alpine. Does someone want to pick him up instead and pay him a lot of money?
Mm-hmm.
What is Audi's trajectory looking? Does someone want to go to Audi and like replace maybe a Hülkenberg or Bortoleto? Cadillac, yeah, that'll still be an issue for a while. What happens with Aston Martin? What if Alonso wants to go? Like, there is a lot.
Sean. Nothing's changing in Aston Martin.
No, but like, what if
Alonso is going to die in the car? Like, he will be 80 years old and still in F1.
Listen, Alonso's going to get shuffled out eventually because he's going to be tired of this shit.
I don't know, dude. He's been there for forever. It seems like it doesn't matter how he performs. It seems like he's just going to be there for forever. But, I mean, maybe there will be movement. Who knows? Maybe. I mean, both of their contracts are up at the end of this year. I mean, Lance is Lance. So
yeah, he's just
unless Lance decides he's like, bye.
Well, that could also happen too. Like, we could just kick Lance out
True.
and put him a better driver in.
Or Lance could just be like, you know what? I'm actually kind of tired of this. It's not fun anymore. Yeah. I'll take my millions and go.
I think it starts with a B, actually, for Lance, just because of his dad.
I'll take my billions and go.
Yes. Anyway. So, there is a lot to see there in silly season. I don't think anything is kicked off yet.
No, I mean, other than like Leclerc's multi-year deal hitting the news, but like, I don't think that's a surprise either.
Like, what's the first domino to fall? And will
I want to say Mercedes.
I don't think so. Like, this is what I think is going to happen. So, we're saying that, you know, Russell's going to Ricciardo it. What Ricciardo did, don't forget, was he made his call early in the year.
Oh, true.
He said,
and then had to race the rest of the year.
Yes. But it's not like he was racing for anything. If Russell goes, F it, I'm out, does he then decide in the middle of the year that, fine, I'm not going to win this championship, Kimi's better, I need to go find somewhere else where I can be number one? Or does he lose the championship, sulk, quit, but then have nowhere to go to?
I can almost see him going that route. Being a sore loser.
I think that's more of the likely route. And that's why, like, I think if there's going to be a big, I guess, big move that kicks off silly season, I think it's either going to be a Max says he's not coming back, or maybe Piastri moves on from McLaren. Those are the two that I think will kick off truly a crazy silly season.
Kickoff. Yeah, I agree. I don't think, like, nothing else would really make a splash.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it seems like a lot of contracts are up at the end of 2026, so we're bound to have a silly season. I don't think it's going to be another situation where we see the same drivers and the same teams next year.
No. Like, you always see these fun things year after new regulations where everyone tries to figure out where they should put their eggs for the next year or two. So, yeah, I think like, I'll be honest, this year in motorsports, I am not very entertained with on-track activity. I have.
That's fair.
I've tried to watch a lot. I've tried to do everything. I am not enthralled by what I'm watching. NASCAR, to be honest, is as nice as it is for, I would say, the Toyotas. It's a little predictable. Toyotas are winning. IndyCar, you have Palou doing his thing.
Yep.
F1, we've had Mercedes dominance until last week, and that was exciting when a Ferrari won. So,
But that's an outlier. Like, I don't think that that's going to be the rest of the season, unless like Ferrari has brought upgrades that are like, wow.
yeah.
But I doubt it.
So, I'm really interested to see what happens off the track, to go through, like, see what moves are made, see what manufacturers do, what drivers do, what teams do. All of that stuff right now I'm fascinated by. And I'm essentially just waiting to go to the track to do my marshalling. That's how I am viewing right now motorsports. It is just, I am reading all the articles on the side stuff happening, half paying attention to the races, and just waiting for the days where I can go to the track and wave a flag around.
Yep, you're counting down the days to that IMSA weekend, aren't you?
Yep, and also that Markham weekend, because that's going to be an important weekend too.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yep. Yeah, the child is definitely coming that weekend. I hope we all know that.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Peter is going to have to pick me up from a corner.
You've already arranged that with him, though, right?
Yes, yeah, we talked about that when you guys were here. Is that it's cool?
And he's like, "I'll be on call."
Yeah.
Okay.
I will, yeah. I mean, like, he will know, and then
He'll like be extra paying attention to his phone if he gets like the, "I gotta go."
Listen, I will be on my phone in the corner. I don't care if I get that text. So.
Heck no, absolutely. Actually, you know what? I'll put in a good word, and then we can work together. And I'll be like, "You're saying nothing because."
One, we should work together. Like, doesn't like how do you always work with Paige every single time? Why can't you get me in there too? So.
What do you mean?
Didn't you work with Paige last two indies?
No, only last Indy for one day.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, fine.
I was like, wow, yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. That's future. Next up
I
on the
can
docket.
put in a good
though.
word. Yeah,
Next
I'll
is
put in
IMSA.
a good word.
That's only 3
Yes,
weeks away.
for you.
Yep. But also we got IMSA this weekend at Watkins Glen.
Yes.
So we got IMSA at Watkins Glen this weekend. We got F1 in Austria, NASCAR at Sonoma. I don't think IndyCar is anywhere this week. I think we have an IndyCar day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're back on the 5th.
Yes, for Mid-Ohio.
Yes.
So yeah, should be a fun weekend. Anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay, fantastic. We'll be back next week. Bye. Thank you for listening to Marshal Matters. If you enjoyed the show, remember to leave a rating and a comment, and also follow so you don't miss an episode. And don't forget, if you want to get involved in motorsports, the easiest way to do so is by marshalling at your local track. Join our cult.